Hi, Shivani. I can't hear you. Hi, Shanti.
Hi.
So
Shanti, could you hear me? Yeah.
Shanti, I think Shanti met you before.
Yes.
In yoga farm.
Yeah. And she speaks English too. So
Very
she can.
good. So, Shanti, I'm allowing you to record.
Okay. So I just recorded
开始的时候你 So you can record later on you can record the Chinese one. When we start, after we start, you can record the Chinese one. And then you can re-listen to the English one later on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
add you. It
So I
never,
confirm. Yeah. I just recorded the Chinese version, right? I listened to the translate.
Yeah, so Komila Ji hasn't set me as an interpreter yet, so there is no option. You know, we did that before.
there.
with the
If I
Ayurveda
put you
course.
as interpreter, that means you won't be able to talk to me, Shivani.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So you can wait because
Yeah, later.
I did a Ayurveda course with Shanti
Mm,
before, so she
mm.
knows. And so this is Mohini. Mohini, she's shy about speaking English, but she was at the yoga farm too in
Hi,
2000.
Mohini. Yes.
Because last year we didn't have roll call. So this year I asked her to help me with roll call. So in the end, it's easier for the certificate.
Okay, good, good. That is good.
Learning from Swamiji.
Yes.
Yeah, Mohini is a TTC classmate with me, right?
Yeah.
We are classmates again.
So I can see many of the students joined now.
So in the end, we had 24 students.
Oh, that's good. So we have let me see. I have to put some light on, extra light on. It's dark here. Yeah. So
Shanti, when Komilaji put me as an interpreter, so if students have difficulty, maybe you can help them because you can talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
okay, they can, how will she talk? She can message them.
So because
yes, we have a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. It's all day one complication.
Yes.
So.
And many students, so if they know how to use Zoom, it's much easier. Like there is a girl, Monica, she knows, so she will use 2 devices, so she can listen to the translation, and also she will listen to you too.
Okay.
So,
also, Shivani, you can share the English translation if they want, which I share with you. Not English translation, but English, those who want.
Yeah. I did that last year. So there were a few people they like Anna, she used
Yeah.
the English one, and Lakshmi, she can listen to English too.
Good, good.
Yeah. 好，杨你改了，iPad 是谁？还有这个 administrator Snow，大家可以改一下那个名字学号，然后这样子，Mohini 同学好记录大家来了。
So I'm going to add you as
Yeah.
the translator so that we
Yeah.
don't have last minute problems.
Yes, so they can try it out now, and if
Mm.
there is issues, Shanti can communicate with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I will send the data to you later on.
Okay, because we are only going to look at data charts next week.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. I'm starting the translation available. So today, hello everybody. Today is our day 1, and it would be nice to see you all at the start of the class. If you want to switch on your video cameras, then I can see you. And hello, I can see. So we have a large Chinese students joining. So welcome all of you. And it's nice to see you. Namaste. We'll just put it all. It is good to see you all. And we start always at 6 p.m. PST. I'm quite strict with time or good with time. So I like to start in time. So what we'll do at the start of each of the classes is that we'll have the cameras on, and then you switch it off when the class begins, so that and also if you want to have your cameras on, it's not like nothing is like a rule. It's just that it is nice to see you, and you will get to know me as well as we let me see, there's too much light. Trying to find the right light so that you can all see me. Okay. Hello, now I'm going to Hello, everybody. Hi, Satya. Excited to be as well. And Natalie. Hello. We are going to, I'm going to start the presentation in a few minutes. We have a very nice big class here today. And this class is also being translated into Chinese. So you can see in the messages, there are a lot of Chinese messages, which I don't understand a lot, but they are courtesy of Shivani. And I just going to just realize something I need to do, excuse me, before I start my presentation. And sorry, I just remembered I hadn't started. So welcome everybody. We are beginning of the foundation course today, and students from around the world, as well as many students from China as well. And so I welcome all of you. And I'm going to just share my screen. And we shall start. Let me get everything organized and so welcome everybody. Today we are on lesson 1 and we are talking introduction and philosophy. And this photograph is of Lord Ganesha. And in India, whenever we start something new, we always honor Lord Ganesha. So here we have Lord Ganesha. And this is me recently taken last week in India. I just got back from India. I'm still a little bit jet lagged maybe. And we are, I was there here at the Tiruvannamalai temple. And I am back here again. Let me see. So, and this is me with Shivani. So I want to welcome the Chinese students and the translation. We have simultaneous translation done by Shivani. And there are many other people helping out Shivani. And I'd like to thank them as well, but welcome all of you. This is Shivani and me in Vietnam. I think it's in the Hanoi airport few years ago now that we took. And so one very important announcement is this, that the clocks change next week. And we will be on PDT summertime from next week onwards. So those of you who are in Asia or anywhere else, you be keep note of that. And then almost throughout the course up to November, that time will be there. Then 1 week at the end of the course, we'll go back to PST timing. So the time will remain 6 p.m. PDT from next week. Just now today we have had 6 p.m. PST, so Pacific time, and then we go into Pacific Daylight Time next week. So do remember that. So always when I start the class, I start with chanting. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahman Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Brahma Murari Tripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Budhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shanirahu Ketav Sarve Graha Shanti Bhavo. Om Tati Shankatusharabham Shirodaranava Sambhavam Namami Shashinam Somam Shambho Mukata-bhushanam. So I'm chanting for Moon Mantra because I am in California and it is Monday here. So those of you who are in China or in Asia, then it is Tuesday for you. So just a reminder to you. And so welcome everybody. It is the start of this introduction and philosophy today. And over the time, you're going to get to know me. I'm going to get to know you. So it is going to be a very fascinating journey. Please send me your birth data, date, time, and place of birth. The Chinese students will give it to Shivani and she'll send it to me. But otherwise, you please send me your birth data, date, time, and place of birth. Your birth chart will be discussed as example charts during the course. If you do not want to do it, please let me know. Foundation course recordings may be given to students who are auditing and not attending the course. The important thing to recognize is that we are in a Zoom meeting. So therefore, it is not everybody who is able to it's a public forum, sorry. So you do know that if I'm discussing your chart, then it is open to other people as well. Your birth chart will only be discussed if you are attending the class. charts of absentee students will not be discussed. So you see, because looking at your chart is a very personal thing. So I like you to be here. And also I feel that it is important to attend as well. As there are many students in the class, I'll be using your chart on different topics. Each subject will have 3 or 4 charts used. During one class, I may not be able to study all the charts. Therefore, I will then start next week with those charts I haven't looked at. So about manuals and presentations, it's important to study manuals. If you have not ordered them, it is a good idea to do so. Note, all manuals are available to download directly. So when you go online, order them, it will automatically download for you. Presentations, these are optional. I upload presentations after each class. If you ordered them, you will get them automatically after each class. You see, a lot of students are asking me, can I share the presentation? So therefore, I made that as an optional that you can buy the presentation. And I upload the presentation after each class. Normally, the presentation I can change every year because I add things, I delete things. Whereas manuals, they are like a solid backdrop for you as an accompanying aspect. Regarding discussion, feel free to comment on your chart and other students' chart. Discussion is an important part of learning. It is important to ask questions. Please ask questions in the class. I'm dedicating time in each class for questions. You can ask questions about last class too, in case you have any doubts. It is easier for me to answer questions in the class. So for each class, there is always a time that I talk about, and I give you to ask you, do you have any question? Therefore, if you email me, sometimes that email gets lost and I may not be able to answer your question. All classes are recorded. The recording of the class will be saved on Google Drive. I will send you the link and you can download it at your convenience. You may need to have a Google account, which is free to create. The recordings are available till 31st December 2023 for you to download and save. So for example, this morning's class, I have already uploaded it for the morning class. So evening class, either directly after the class or in the morning, I will upload the recording. In case in a day you don't find the recording, then you can email me. But usually by the end of one day, I will have uploaded the recording. Another factor is this, that your birth data, don't send it to me in the chat. Send it to me via email, because then I have a recording of it. And I would like you to put your date of, so if you're putting 5th of September, please put 5 September. Write the word September. Don't write 5/9 or 9/5, because then that is open for confusion. Recordings are available till 31st December 2023, and cost to access recordings after that will be 108 pounds. Now, what you can do is, I'm just going to, yeah, So you can get one of these drives, hard drive. This is, I've got 1 TB Samsung hard drive. And in that you can download and save all the recordings. That way you have all the data for yourself of the recordings that is there. So Sophia, please send via email your recordings to your birth data via email. So I think comilla9@gmail.com, that is the best place to send your birth data. Assignments, there'll be assignments after some classes. There will be a deadline for assignments to be sent. More on assignments next week. Regarding Vedic astrology software, you should get a Vedic astrology software for your phones. It is, in the long run, it's important to have a good software. I will recommend later. As a starter, many Vedic astrology apps. I use Jyotish Dashboard. So, you know, a smartphone, and I'll just show you. So here it is, Jyotish Dashboard, and then it gives the chart. I don't know whether you can see anything. But these are costs only few dollars. I don't know what is a good software for those of you who are in Asia. I'm not recommending Jyotish Dashboard. If you just search and see, there are a number of phone softwares that are about few dollars, $10 maximum, that you can have. So there is no excuse not to have a software. Now, the software I'm using in the class is called Shri Jyoti Star, and its website is vedicsoftware.com. And if you do /Comilla, it has a discount for my students as well. And there is a free software called JHora, and that is vedicastrologer.org. And you can download it. What I find is that the students who are checking other students' charts and are on top of the situation, they are really advance more quickly, because if you are looking at other people's charts, so it is important that you should think about having again. And Sukanya says, I use Astro Sage, so that is good. It works well. And the website, this is for the free software, vedicastrologer.org. And Shri Jyoti Star is vedicsoftware.com. But I didn't give us email for phone softwares. You have to research them. I use Jyotish Dashboard or Jyotish D. So then there is a Buddha List group on Facebook. It's a secret group for my students on Facebook. You will need to friend me on Facebook and I can connect you to Buddha List. Now, in case I'm already your friend, it is a good idea to email me. I'll just put my email here so that you have my email that I use. Yeah. So if you can, you email me and say I'm your friend on Facebook and give me your Facebook ID, I will soon add you to the Buddha list. So it's Then regarding replacement classes, there are few times I will not be able to do the class on Monday due to my travels and conference commitments. Then I will announce a replacement class. At present, there is only one conference that I'm committed to going physically, and that is in June. So there may be one day in June that I have a replacement class, but I will let you know uh, if there is any uh, replacement class well in advance. So the link for Zoom is for all classes. The same link works for all classes. Now, this is the evening, what I call PST class, 6 p.m. PST class. So the same link will work for all the 36 classes that we do. So you can just put that link in your um, calendar, and it reminds you every month, every week about the next class. So today we are talking about introduction and philosophy. So the foundation course that we are doing now is the most important step in studying Jyotisha. It gives a complete understanding and basic foundation to your study of Jyotisha. I actually teach 4 courses every year. Foundation, rules of interpretation, prediction. They are form the basic knowledge. So there are 36 classes year 1, 36 year 2, and 36 year 3. Together, this are 108 classes that I do. And then the 4th level is advanced level, and this has a new topic every year. So starting the foundation, this is the most important aspect for you. So Sage Parashar wrote the greatest classical text on Vedic astrology, Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. The course will mainly be following the teachings of Sage Parashar, and I'm just, yeah. And also including knowledge from other great teachers like Varaha Mahira, Manteshwara, Gemini, etc. Plus, of course, I'll be using my own knowledge, my own experience. I started studying in 1979. So many of you not even born at that time. And I have been doing professional Vedic astrology full time and teaching since 1995. So I have a lot of experience. So I also give you my experience. So in the foundation course, we will study philosophy, Navagraha, the 9 planets, Rashis, the signs, Nakshatras, these are the lunar signs, Bhava Chakra, the houses, Lagna, the ascendant, planetary yoga, Varga, Panchanga, Vimshottari Dasha system, transits, Upaya, remedial measures, chart interpretation. There is a lot to study in Jyotish, and therefore it is important to take this study seriously. This is not a casual subject that you can just learn quickly. So Jyotisha is the Sanskrit name for Vedic astrology and is known by this name in India. Um, Sometimes you'll see I'll say Jyotish or Jyotisha. So normally Jyotish is more Hindi, which is a language, spoken language in India. Sanskrit, which is more classical, like the old ancient language. Usually if you're doing the correct pronunciation, you would say Jyotisha. So both are correct. Jyoti means light, Isha means God. Jyotish can be translated as the science of light, the wisdom of heavens, or the god of light. Light banishes darkness. Light of knowledge dispels ignorance. The light of the stars, the luminaries guide us through darkness towards the right path. The inner light, which once we learn to recognize, gives us the opportunity to look deeper within our consciousness, to move us towards the path of enlightenment, to be touched with our real self. You know, Jyotish is the most wonderful system of knowledge because it makes us understand who we are, so that then we can do something about it. You know, that's the main thing. It sheds light to our personality, our issues, helps us understand the strengths and weakness within, what we bring to this life, as well as the times we live in. I always think of myself or my life before Jyotish and after Jyotish. 1979, when I started studying Jyotish, it was the most enlightening time for me because it opened my eyes to a whole different way of seeing myself. And of course, so many years later, so I always think of my life before Jyotish and after Jyotish. Jyotisha is a Vedanga, the eye of the Vedas. Vedas are ancient scriptures of knowledge. Anga means a part or a division. Without Jyotisha, it is impossible to decode them correctly. So the Vedanga, each Vedanga represents a limb of man. So Jyotisha is the number one. Astrology, eyes. Kalpa, sacrifice, dharma is hands. Nirukta, Vedic word sound, nose. Siksha, phonetics, ears. Vyakaran, grammar, face. Chandas, rishis, devatas, legs. So you see each part of these Vedangas, these additional aspects of the study of Vedas. And because Jyotisha is the eye of the Vedas, without eyes we cannot see. Therefore, Jyotisha is the eyes with which we see and study the Vedas, both the outer and the inner meaning. Jyotisha has been given a prime place in the Vedas. We are not talking just sun sign type of astrology or casual astrology. We are giving great respect to this knowledge. It's a very sacred subject, and that is where I am coming from, and that is how I will be teaching you as well. The roots of Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology is the astrology of ancient India, has its root in the vast Vedic culture and literature. Ancient sages were very concerned with the quality of life, not just the materialistic, but the spiritual inner quality. They were interested in a way of life and a balance between our worldly desires, our materialistic desires with the spiritual inner ones. Vedic literature includes Vedas, Brahman, Granthas, Puranas, Upanishads. The true philosophy is that of non-attachment to desires. Whether you choose the material world or spiritual path, this brings peace of mind. We are not concerned about the outcome as long as we follow the right dharma. So the Vedic philosophy says, be like a lotus. So lotus has great prominence. You'll see all the deities, they are always sitting on a lotus or carrying a lotus. Lotus flowers in the mud. Our spirituality can flourish anywhere. It does not need ideal circumstances. This is most important factor. It's not what your birth chart is. It's not what your life conditions are. If the aspiration is there, wherever you are, whatever time of life you are, you can develop. Lotus's petals open to the rays of the sun, aspiring for light. A few lotus get picked up and are given as offerings to God, metaphorically the individual finding self-realization. And you see, at night, the lotus goes back into the mud. So sometimes you don't find what you want, but the aspiration is still there that you want something very beautiful, something very spiritual, and to find that place of happiness. That is most important. So Sukanya has given some options for apps that you can get for your phone. So do look it up. So then Guru is very important for study, knowledge. Guru is composed of syllables Gu and Ru. Gu means darkness. Ru signifies the destroyer of that darkness. Hence, the Guru is one that dispels spiritual ignorance, darkness, with spiritual illumination, light. Guru is a spiritual master who has the ability to provide transcendental knowledge and decode the wisdoms of the sages and bring inner light. So, Guru for Jyotisha is Sage Parashar. This photograph of Sage Parashar is from a temple in Madurai called Thiruparakundram. And you'll see that many of the photos that are here have been taken by me, sometimes by my students. This picture is by Keiko Ito. You'll meet her next week because she's going to be helping you with your assignments. But mostly I have taken the photographs and I share them during the course. So this is Sage Parashar. When we think of our Guru, we think of Sage Parashar, and I also follow his knowledge, his wisdom. Whenever I'm in doubt, then I will study from his books. The role of the Guru. Vedas were written to sow the seed of thought, which could lead to deeper understanding, and a Guru teacher was needed to interpret them. Knowledge was on purpose only imparted with great deal of difficulty. For this reason, the Gurus who with knowledge were respected above everybody, even above kings, powerful people, billionaires. You see, there was a lot of symbolic information in the knowledge, and you needed a living guru or somebody teaching you to explain those things to you. So it is essential for the students of Jyotisha to learn from a guru. And so fortunately, through this wonderful Zoom, that we can meet wherever you are, and I am following the Guru Shishya Parampara. That means that I am teaching and you are my students, Shishya students. And it is important for both the Guru and the students to respect each other. I don't personally like too much of any show, but I like you to honor the knowledge I'm teaching you, and I honor you as my students as well. The physical guru is only form of higher unseen guru. They provide secret keys to this great knowledge. So I will, over this course, I will try to provide you with my wisdom and guide you properly. That is my, you know, I don't know the right word. That is what I promise to you, that I'll not try to manipulate anything. I'm trying to explain this knowledge to you. And tomorrow you will learn and you will become gurus in your own right, because this is how the knowledge gets propagated. And right now we have very good planetary energy. In Vedic astrology, there are two gurus, Jupiter and Venus. And Jupiter is in its own sign of Pisces, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. This is quite a rare combination. It happens, both of them together, once in 12 years. So you are here at a special time starting your study, and I'm lucky to have you as my students. So what, as students, you need to do? You should take time to review the classes each week. You see, each class is 1.5 hours long, and reviewing the classes is very important, because, you know, I've noticed the students who review the class, they, you know, sometimes you miss out what is being said. So study the manuals. If you have not ordered them, it's a good idea to do them. It is important to have a commitment to the class. Attendance is a key. See, this is not a casual subject, and attending the class is like a sadhana, a spiritual discipline in order to achieve a goal. Weekly classes are form of a sadhana. You see, we have the class every week at 6 p.m. PST. So it becomes like a regular practice for you. And you should have it in your calendar, and you will find very useful. Just like myself, I don't like to miss the class. Even teaching, that unless it's very important that I have to give you another time, but having the same day of the week at the same time, it's more useful than just a study. It's very useful for your mind. It helps you calm. It helps you to focus. And I would say that, you know, you should be very careful to chop and change. You know, try to, you have made the commitment, and try to keep to that. So think of it as a sadhana, most important factor. So before I move forward, anybody has any questions? I'll see. So any questions? Anybody has any questions? Yeah, Sophia's asked, does the manual follow the course? Yes. And the recordings are not, you don't have to purchase the recordings extra. They will come automatically. So if you have, you are part of the course, you will get the recordings automatically. All the students will get the recordings. And you can talk to me also, Yogita. I can
Okay.
see. Yeah. It's nice to hear you guys. Yes.
Yeah. No, I think I had ordered the manuals a few months back. So I don't know
Manual?
if the manuals will be available to download now.
No, you should have got an email to download. almost the same day.
Okay, I'll check again.
Check, otherwise let me know, I'll send you a copy. But normally when you order it, within about an hour, you get an email to download it.
Okay, I'll check that. I'll check that again.
So today is mostly the class is just talking different aspects of philosophy that we study as part of Jyotish. So we look at karma in Jyotisha. Birth chart represents how our past life karma is influencing us, what karma we need to fulfill in this lifetime. So if we look at the chart, I'm just showing you the chart. It's not, so this is the chart for right now. So if a baby was born right now, these were the planets the baby would have. Moon in number 5 is Leo. It's a Leo ascendant as well. We have Ketu in Libra, number 7, Sun, Mercury, Saturn in Aquarius, Venus, Jupiter in Pisces, Rahu in Aries, and Mars in Taurus. So the Vedic speak would be that this is your karma. These are what you have inherited. So the birth chart represents our past life karma and shows how the past life karma is influencing us, what karma we need to fulfill in this life. So the belief is this, that the soul within us is divine, yet our life is colored by our planets. The soul's true nature becomes obscured by the planets at birth, as well as the planets that influence us through transits. So, the planets are like a template of our karma, what we have got. And how to deal with them is the key of studying astrology. So all incarnating souls bring karma from past life to this life. What this karma is shown by birth chart itself, the strengths and weaknesses of the planets, the houses they rule and occupy. So it's a complex thing to try to understand an individual soul's karma, but it's very fascinating. Jyotish is a subject that keeps you fascinated all the time. You learn something new about yourself all the time. Even now, I've been studying since 79, so I don't know, over 40 years. I can still learn something new about myself. So it is a real fascinating aspect of Jyotish. So karma is action, both of past and present lives. All actions have a reaction. Actions of our previous life have to be dealt with. Not all actions of our previous lives, but some actions, because things that did not get reconciled within the lifetime become like a baggage for us to deal with at a later time. So there are 3 levels of karma: Sanchita, collected karma, of which we cannot do anything about; Prarabdha, the happening karma, what we have to face in this life; Kriyamana, the present actions that become Sanchita of the future. Kriyamana karma is also known as Agami karma. So the Sanchita karma is the collected karma. Sanchita literally means collections. The soul during its many incarnations starts collecting positive, negative qualities created by right or wrong choices from previous lives. Unfinished karma that we deal with now all becomes stored in Sanchita. Sanchita is studied from the Panchang, Rashi, Varga charts, your chart actually is a template of your Sanchita karma, everything that is there. But out of the Sanchita karma is the Prarabdha karma. Uh, this Prarabdha means what you're experiencing now, dealing with old karma that becomes tests in this life where we can struggle with the collected Sanchita or be helped by it. Birth chart, dashas, transits will reflect this. So you see, generally we say that we are having to face our prarabdha. So not all Sanchita has to be dealt with in one lifetime. So Sanchita, you could say, is dormant issues that are maybe too many to face at a given time. So out of those issues, certain factors come into our life. And those factors you can see in your birth chart, but also what is the dasha, the time of your life, what are the transits. Then you can either get hindered or helped by your prarabdha karma. And kriyamana karma, while we cannot do anything about past sanchita or present prarabdha, we can make sure that we take care of the present by doing the right kriyamana karma, making the correct choices today for our future tomorrow. So in a way, what we have to understand is that all of us are born with a particular birth chart. We are born with, according to the birth chart, we are dealing with certain dashas, times of life, and then also events of life. So for example, last few years, all of us in the world dealt with COVID. We all dealt with it, but how we reacted to that crisis situation would be different for each person. So that is the kriyamana, that is the choice you made, what you were doing, how you were looking after, or any other crisis you have in life, some obstacle that comes on a personal level, how you're going to react to it. This is the most important thing. So the kriyamana karma choices are your free will. And this is the field of operation for upaya or remedies. You know, most important in the chart is that how we are going to handle the situation. Some things, you know, we have to accept. Say, for example, I'm born in India. I'm living in USA. There are certain things that happen that is we don't have a choice over. We don't have a choice over who is our family, you know, who are our parents. But how do we deal with those situations, events that happen in our life? So the free will is not always easy to exercise. Especially in our modern society, everybody says, oh, I have free will, I can do whatever I want to. But when important things come into our lives, then it's not always that we have the free will or we exercise the free will. So this is one of my favorite topics. So during the course, I'll be talking more about it as well, about your kriyamana karma, you know, what to do about your chart. So the thing with the choices that kriyamana karma do is regularly detoxify from the past. Let go of the past, forgive, move on, cleanse the present, make good choices for the future. These are not just topics of consideration. We have to learn how to do that. So I will be talking and dealing with that as we study and develop the course. So planets and the birth chart. Planets and the birth chart, they are sort of controlling you. And they can take your consciousness downward or elevate it to its higher awareness. everything works on multiple levels, you know, and our consciousness also can work on different levels. Knowledge of Jyotisha brings light and awareness to us on how to deal with the quality of planets we are born with, the times of life we live through, dashas and transits. The role of the student is to purify their chart, loosen the grip of the negative qualities, and enhance the positive. So this is what I'm going to be teaching you. Don't think you can resolve everything in one day. But I can tell you, my own life, I followed all the rules of Jyotish. And I can tell you that how much difference it made to me over the years by learning to work with my chart, work with the planets, and develop myself. And not only myself, a lot of my students, my clients that I work with, but more students because they give me feedback too, that you see how much difference Jyotish makes. So that is what I'm going to try to impart you in this course. So this is most important factor, that there is no negative or positive chart. It is how we use the chart, react to our karma, that is more important factor. You see, people can have the most difficult chart, but they learn to use what is life has given them, and it's perfectly okay, because whatever their quality is, they use to the best. So don't think anything about that I have a difficult chart or I have a good chart. Everything depends on how you deal with it. Study of Jyotisha helps us dealing with the chart and the planet. So this is the, I would say, the most important factor that we are thinking about. And when you are looking at your own chart, you are saying, I've got to learn how to work with my chart, not to have negative thoughts about your chart. And this is my lifetime's work. And when I'm teaching, you know, I like to be realistic. I'm not trying to be in a world of illusion, but at the same time, you know, to work with the situation. So as far as consciousness is concerned, and this is the consciousness of our planets as well, because we are studying Jyotish, so we are looking mostly everything through the point of view of Jyotisha. There are three levels of consciousness: subconscious, conscious, super or higher consciousness. So this is part of the yogic philosophy. In humans who are not aware and towards a path of higher consciousness. So this is humans that, as we could say, people who start off without any awareness. Their life, they are subconscious 95% of the time and 5% conscious. Super higher consciousness, minimal. So when you deal with life subconsciously, you'll react. If something happens, oh, I'm hurt, I'm angry, I'm disappointed, you'll just naturally react to situations because your subconscious is guiding you, is telling you you're not really making a conscious decision. So this is very much part of yoga philosophy that I learned from the Shivananda yoga and Swami Sita. Many of you know her, but you know, I've been following the higher path for many years myself. When we work on the level of subconscious, our emotions are raw and we react to situations without thinking or rationality. I see this very often. You know, you have a difficult conjunction, Mars Sun conjunction or Saturn Sun conjunction. Immediately people will react in a certain way and they do it subconsciously. They don't think, oh, Saturn sun is reacting, I should calm down, I should detach, I should be not totally involved in the situation. Or Mercury turns retrograde, or the eclipses happen, anything, the planetary situation which changes all the time. If we are working on a subconscious level, we automatically just react to it. However, the job is to be the Vedic path of knowledge through Jnana Yoga and Jyotisha is to convert the subconscious into conscious behavior and then into higher consciousness. So this is something that is taught through yoga philosophy, through Veda study, Vedantic studies. There's a lot of study that has to be done, and many of you may be doing it already. Planets and our karma work on the subconscious level unless we learn to be conscious of their role and develop to their higher vibration. You see, remember that you are not perfect, I'm not perfect, we are not perfect. So we are not going to be all the time behaving perfectly, but actually over the years, when you start understanding this whole philosophy of how the planets influence us, what we should do, how we should react, you see the quality of your life changing. And as I said, it's not just talking, it is my personal experience that I'm sharing with you. So anybody has any questions, anything you'd like to ask? Okay. As I said, today is more about just me telling you all the various philosophical factors. So now we come to the next element that I'm discussing. It is about Purusharth. Purusha means man, Arth means meaning or essence. What is the meaning of life? Why are we born? What is the incarnating soul's objectives? So there are 4 Purusharth: Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Dharma's motivation is virtue. Artha is wealth creation. Kama is motivation, pleasure. Moksha is liberation. So dharma is correct action, right purpose, duty towards ourselves and others, duty to do the right thing. Dharma is the most important purusharth. We should be spiritually bound towards taking the right action in life regarding of the consequences or cost to ourselves. Actually, dharma and karma are very closely related because karma is the action we do and dharma is the quality of action we do. And so living life according to dharma is the most important purusharth. Dharma can change according, this is to sex, caste, nationality, status, culture of the individual. Each one has a defined dharma according to our personal circumstances. We could say there's an overall ethical dharmic quality we have, but individually also. So, we could have dharma to our country, to our birth country. I'm born in India, I live in USA, so my dharma to USA as much as I have to my birth country, which is India. So, I'm a woman, I'm an astrologer, so my dharma to my astrology is very important to me. So there's a lot of things that you have to think about. Following a dharmic path leads to self-realization on a moral level, allows us to get off the cycle of karma. Without dharma, the other aims of life are useless and do not bring fulfillment or realization. Now, in the astrology, 1, 5, and 9 houses are dharma houses. So you see, this whole concepts are embedded in your birth chart. And although I'm talking about these concepts as a start, as we continue, we will talk more about these concepts. So first house is also your ascendant or rising sign or lagna. So your whole life is connected to dharma, doing the right thing. That is a key factor. Artha means purposeful action. Artha relates to wealth, financial matters, material success, practicalities of life. This is a goal-oriented activity that leads to prosperity, material success. This brings self-realization through achievement in society and worldly level. Second, sixth, and 10th houses are Artha houses. So you see, Artha, earning living, being successful, these are all very important parts of a soul's goal. So it's not just that you have to be spiritual. We are living in this world. We want to be successful. We want to be well off. So the Artha is equally a goal, but Artha also needs to be done dharmically. Kama means action taken with passion. Passionate behavior does not just have to be sexually. It can be passion for people, causes, religion, living. Karma is connected to art of living and taking pleasure from love, sex, relationships, sensuous pleasures of music, fragrances, art, drama, other creative pursuits. Karma houses are 3, 7, and 11 houses. Now, karma is the only one of the Purusharth that is physical, because karma deals with our sexuality, our desires as well. But for procreation, for having children, karma is an essential component. And the fourth element, moksha, is liberation, need to find the highest truth and move towards self-realization. When we attain moksha, we break away from the cycles of births and deaths. This is the final purpose of every incarnating soul. Fourth, eighth, 12th houses are moksha houses. They show ability to find moksha, but also restrictions on the path of moksha. And also important to remember is that all of us are on the path to moksha. We may not have achieved it, but at each step we achieve some sort of enlightenment. The final moksha is very few people achieve it. So all the Purushartha are bound together and interdependent. One leads to another. One cannot be fulfilled alone while we neglect the others. The first phase of aims is dharma, artha, and kama. They are bound together and need to be pursued in harmony. So basically the belief is this, that dharma is number one, artha and kama, if done with dharma, once we get those right, then we go higher towards a moksha energy. Dharma is the most important aim, has to be practiced while achieving artha and kama. Virtue and ethics cannot be sacrificed in pursuit of pleasure and success. Sages always say that fulfill the first three, then you can aspire and get moksha. So as when we look through houses of the chart, we will talk about these, the four aims of life, as well as planets also represent. So for example, Jupiter is a planet of dharma, and Ketu is the planet of moksha. So we'll be discussing all these factors again. So Bindu has asked this question: is it possible to obtain clarity on what your dharma is through understanding your chart? Yes, Bindu, it is possible to know what your dharma is. I mean, there are some general factors of dharma, but individually also, we have certain dharmas and certain things to fulfill as well. So then we move on to the next aspect that I'm going to be focusing on. And as I said, today is just an introduction. I will be talking more as we go into the class. Gunas, and those of you who have done yoga, you may have studied gunas. Guna means good quality. It usually refers to the quality of the mind. The 5 great elements rise from the guna of tamas and encircle the incarnating soul with their desires and demands. So central to this concept is Purusha and Prakriti. Creation is the product of meeting of Purusha and Prakriti, the male and female influences. Prakriti is the main element, the female regenerative forces. Prakriti is full of desires and needs. Purusha, which also represents the soul, is eternal and unchanging. When the changing and the unchanging meet, you see, that is when the creation takes place. This is also known as Shiva Shakti. Purusha meets Prakriti to create life. Purpose of Purusha is to enjoy what Prakriti has to offer. Prakriti has to fulfill the desires of Purusha. But you see, you're enjoying what Prakriti or nature has to offer, but not getting involved with it. That is the main conundrum, that we have to enjoy life, but not to get attached to it or to get involved with it. When this cosmic birth takes place, ahankar or individual ego intellect is born. Ahankar gives birth to all the senses and the mind. I'm giving you very simple explanation. Each of these subjects you can endlessly study on them. So I just giving you a short explanation. So the pure consciousness is affected by the individual ego. And so this is why, you know, this pure consciousness doesn't remain pure. We start getting influenced by other things. So the consciousness has a balance of 3 qualities or gunas: sattva, rajas, and tamas. Universal consciousness identified with individuality makes one of the gunas get out of balance, and we reflect the quality. You see, if we are totally in balance, the gunas are in balance. We have a little bit of each one of them. But actually, because we are living in this world, because we have a chart, because we have all the other influences, one of these gunas can become out of balance. Planets to veil the quality of pure consciousness. We see life through the veil of planets. Their qualities dictate how we understand life. So sattva is the illuminating pure good quality. Truth, purity of purpose, self-righteousness, path towards enlightenment, higher consciousness. Sattvic people are fearless, generous, self-controlled, tranquil, charitable, generally have an open mind. Sun, Moon, Jupiter are sattvic planets. So you see, we are aspiring to being sattva, more pure, truthful. Sattva has to be nurtured. It's easily polluted. You should not think that just because you are pure, you will remain pure. If you think about, say, a white sheet of paper. So you see this sheet of paper, it easily will get dirty. So we have to wash it, clean it, purify it. Similarly, water, which is sattva, if I put a little bit of juice in it, orange juice, it'll become orange in color. So it will get contaminated. So sattva has to be nurtured, easily polluted. Good qualities thinking has to be protected. You see, we have to think that this is good in me. I need to preserve it. Somebody says, oh, why don't you compromise? Why don't you do this? Mm, then you have to think, that how much you are willing to compromise on it. Sattva is the illuminating, oh, sorry. Rajas, most of us have got Rajas qualities, and there is positive Rajas too. Rajas is quality of mobility and activity. They have inner thirst, but they tend to look at the outer world for answers. Rajas people are always looking outside, not inwards. They are passionate and ambitious. Restlessness of the soul is reflected in Rajas. Venus and Mercury are Rajas. Actually, Venus is a pure Rajas planet. When we discuss Mercury, Mercury can be triguni. It can be sattvic, rajas, tamasic. It's a very changeable planet, but Mercury is regarded more rajasic. Rajas must be calmed, our restlessness understood. You see, we are always thinking, I should be doing more. I've got this bucket list. I need to be doing more and more. So this is where you have to cultivate that inner zen, the inner calmness. That is most important. So our restlessness understood and in some ways calmed. So this is also when we are having the class at the same time every week, there's something about that consistency that is very sattvic by nature. And it helps our restlessness, because you may always think, oh no, I could do something else. I'll listen to the recording, or I'll do, do some other things. So that's all part of the Rajas nature. And mostly our modern 21st century personalities, we are all Rajas by nature. Rajas are restless and insecure. They are active, want recognition, respect, but are never satisfied. They find themselves clinging to pleasant tasks, avoiding the difficult ones. They desire success on a worldly level. They can be fickle, easily distracted, and unsteady. And this is the thing that you are trying to bring that rajas under some kind of management. Tamas is the dark restraining quality. Tamasic people are generally sensuous in love with all good things of life, which restrain them from higher learning and knowledge. They are materialistic in nature. Maya, the illusionary world of self-gratification, sensuous living, ties them to their desire. Tamas is more likely to compromise a lot with life, because for an easier life, they compromise and then they get more and more entangled in the world of tamas. Tamasic people have to try very hard to get out of ignorance that surrounds them. They are held down by their own needs. They compromise their ideals. Yoga meditation is required to strengthen their inner being if they want to move towards higher consciousness. Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are tamasic. You see, the thing about the tamas is sort of some kind of mental laziness as well. And of these three qualities, rajas is the only activity based. So for example, if you're lazy, you want to activate yourself. You want to walk, you want to exercise, you want to move that energy. So in the tamasic thing, it is important that you don't hang on to the tamas, but to find ways how to shift the tamas. So the tamasic quality has to be shifted. All these things I'm going to be talking about when we are in as we talk with the planets as well, we will discuss how to deal with them later. And out of tamas, the Pancha Maha Tattva or Bhutas are formed. Pancha means five, Maha is great, Tattva is element. or bhuta also is element. Tattva has several meanings: a primary substance, the true state of the soul, the real nature, and the way worldly issues control spiritual ones. The Pancha Mahatattvas are primary elements that influence our physical body, but also sheath the eternal consciousness. The difference between Tattva and Bhuta is Tattva is more related to your physical body. Bhuta is more to the worldly element. So they're both same aspect. And these 5 elements very important for personal health. These elements control our organs of desire, emotions, and senses. The 5 great elements are Akash, ether, Vayu, air, Tejas, Agni, fire, Apas, Jala, water, and Prithvi, earth. Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn express the practical reality of our life, rule the elements. Sun, moon do not rule elements as they are luminaries. Moon has secondary rulership of water tattva. Sun has secondary element rulership of fire tattva. Rahu's element is air and Ketu is fire. So here we see Akash, ether, Jupiter, Vayu, air, Saturn, Agni, Tejas, fire is Mars, Apas, Jala, water, Venus, Prithvi, Earth, Mercury. So basically, we in Jyotish, we are studying 9 planets. Sun and moon are the lights. And we have the 5 kind of these elemental planets, and very important to understand the role of the elements. And as I said, I will be talking more about it as we go along. So Akash, ether is Jupiter, Vayu, air, Saturn, Agni, Tejas, fire, Mars, Apas, Jala, water, Venus, and Prithvi, earth, Mercury. And this photograph that I earlier shared with you, this was taken at Arunachaleshwara temple in Tiruvannamalai. And this is the fire Agni element temple. You can see I'm also dressed in Agni colors. I actually didn't realize that my colors were correct till I was teaching this morning, because the red belongs to Agni. So we have 5 temples also that are connected to the 5 elements, and this is the fire element temple. And you know, when you're doing this purification of fire as well, then you would come to visit this temple as part of one of the remedies. So the Pancha Mahabhuta in the natal chart show how pure consciousness is caught in the play of Maya illusionary world. Bhutas within individuals can work purely on gross material level or highly evolved spiritual level. So there's a practice called the purification of the elements, Bhuta Shuddhi or Tattva Shuddhi. This is a spiritual practice which works at purifying the tattvas so that the grip on the pure consciousness becomes less and less. So that means that instead of us being totally dark and in a gross, we are slowly seeing life for what it is truly, rather than being stuck in a world of illusion. So that is it for today. So assignment for today, you start creating your personal Sanskrit dictionary. During our course, we will be learning many words of Sanskrit. So for example, Bhuta, Tattva, Akash, Agni, Vayu, lots of Sanskrit words. So you may like to have your own dictionary, and you may want to put it in you know, your own words, whether you want to put it in English or Chinese or something, so that you know when you're studying, you need to know the information. It's a very helpful tool. This is not something that you share with me. Then next week, we are going to study Ayanamsha, the sidereal zodiac, intro to the Panchanga. Navagrahas are the 9 planets: Surya, Chandra, Mangala, Buddha, Guru, Shukra, Shani, Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, the shadow planets. So actually next week we are going to really start with first the various intros, but we are going to start with Surya, the sun. And if you are sending me your birth data, send via email to my email. Then I will be having your charts with me next week, and we'll start looking at the charts as well. And there are certain books I'm following. Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. This is the classic book. Another book that is Phaldipika by Manteshwara, Brihad Jatika by Varaha Mahira, and my book, which is a beginner's book, Essentials of Vedic Astrology. Can't, it's not a classic, but we could say it's a modern classic. It's been out since 1999, so it's about 24 years old now. So it's a good beginner's book. But if you have a manual, that is better to deal with. And then reminder to you again that the clocks will change next week, and we'll be on PDT summertime from next week. So that is most important for you. And I have all sorts of pages that you can sign up. And I also have a YouTube page. So Twitter, but I wanted to actually share my email, komela9@gmail.com. Send me your birth data there. Or if you are already friends on Facebook with me, then just let me know what name you are. So Sophia, for the manual, if you have ordered the manual, then you just it will automatically get you a download. If you have not been able to download, then let me know. So email me with that information. And so any questions, anything that you'd like to ask? Okay. Thank you, everybody. It was lovely to meet you. And as I said, from next week onwards, we'll start getting to know you better. And that would be good.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Shivani has asked, some student asked about the Sanskrit. So I think the Sanskrit, what I meant was that we are using so many keywords of Sanskrit. If you start making a dictionary for yourself, so for example, Agni means fire, or guna, sattva, what sattva means. So you start working with that. So I'll be using a lot of words. So having a Sanskrit dictionary. I don't know whether that answered your question, Shivani. Yeah, okay. Okay. So thanks, everybody. See you next week. I'll be uploading the recording later and sharing with all of you. So you'll get a link in your email. And I will share with you. And then every week the recording will get shared on the same Google Drive. So it will not be a new Google Drive. So bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.